Trainers, prepare yourselves, we're having pancakes for dinner. So today we're diving together into Little Jungle Cup with a pancake up in front while Double Charm is gonna take over our solid backline. I think that Little Jungle Cup cannot withstand the damage that this team has to offer, and since you can pressure so much that Ducklet and the amazing Galarian Stunfisk up in front with your own Unova Stunfisk, I think that you have no weakness at all coming up at the back, because covering those weaknesses means that your backline will be more safer than ever. So right here we're just gonna go in with our Cottony against the Ducklet, and still we can pressure with those charms. They're gonna go down to the Seed Bomb as well, which is pretty neat for me, and now whatever follows we'll just have to face the wrath of our charms. They happen to have a Charmer of their own, and you know what, I do not like this Charmer at all for my Stunfisk, so I have to go in with Wigglytuff and start doing complete farm down options against this Pokemon. We both go down at the same time, doesn't matter at all. I know that Wigglytuff is much glacier than a Cottony for the Little Cup format, and of course right here we can still reach to back Mud Bombs, and what I have figured for this cup is that Stunfisk can also beat a lot of CMPs, which is pretty nice. Able to farm down here with a Discharge, actually the Thunder Shock, not the Discharge, and we're gonna go to town. Sometimes on this video I'm gonna use Thunder Shock, sometimes I'm gonna use Mud Shot, and that's mainly because I will just try different fast attacks in order to see what fits me the best, and to my experience I think that Mud Shot is just a better fit for Stunfisk overall. So over here we're just gonna melt down this Dragon type Pokemon, and seeing Dragonite coming in super easily here with the Steel type up in front makes me think that whatever there is at the back must be an Altaria, so we might have the upper hand here since we can simply double shield this Ferroseed, complete the farm down with those charms which are resisted, but still we do not care, this is Little Cup after all, and now they will back out, meaning that they for sure had something like an Altaria at the back. Into the next one now, we're having a Dino up in front, super fast battles to Day Trainers, and we're facing Scorpy on the switch. This is the most horrible lead and the most horrible switch that we can get with this team, so at this point we're just gonna go in now with our Pancake, I believe, and try to do some really nice job up against this Pokemon. I know that even a Mud Bomb might not be enough to finish it off, but still we need to respect the damage from those Aqua Tails. So here comes now the Mud Bomb, they are gonna take it, big damage on the Scorpy, and what did I tell you before, the Pancake can still get a lot of CMPs in the meta, which is pretty nice, and now since we're down on shields we have to go in with Wigglytuff. However, at the back they are gonna have a Poison type on the face of Dustox, which is a Pokemon that I haven't seen before in action for Little Cup, and of course they can easily farm down here, so they're gonna reach just to a Back Buzz, I believe, if they have that move, and yes, it is gonna be the Back Buzz, so big time damage on my Pokemon, and we're just gonna go down with ease. Into the next one after that big loss that we had, and perhaps on the next battle or the battle right after that, I believe we're gonna have Dino as well once again up in front, so you can see how you can manipulate this very bad lead into an advantage for you. So anyways, let's focus here first, because we're having Cottony coming in from our opposing sides, and of course we're gonna go down in the process even though we landed that Seed Bomb. So going in now with the Wigglytuff, trying to farm down as much as possible, and now they will return to the battle not with the Stunfisk but instead Ducklet. The main reason for that is because a lot of people are using both Ducklet and Galarian Stunfisk, having no answer at all to your Unova Stunfisk, which is pretty great. Gonna take the shield to switch out immediately to my own Stunfisk for the Discharge to grab that second shield out of the way, and I know that even if they debuff my Pokemon we can still have a lot of play up against them. So this is another key element for your Stunfisk to carry Mud Shot, because as you can see here I'm carrying Thunder Shock, which is a mistake obviously. Those Mud Shots are just gonna do more damage than ever for the fast attack against this Galarian Stunfisk, and this is gonna be absolutely neat, while you can still need only one Discharge to finish off Ducklet, which is pretty nice. So Discharge is coming up, they have no more HP to survive, and we're just gonna take this victory. So they know now, let's take that sweet revenge out of this trainer, because before we lost against a Dino. On the Switch we're met up with a Razor Leafer, so they also have a fast team as it seems. So who has the fastest and the best team? This is the main answer that I have to offer on the table. So we're just gonna farm down here because we both resist each other fast attacks, but charm damage is absolutely insane on Odys. And now we're just gonna get to the Energy Ball, trying to do some cheap damage on their side as well, but seeing now that we might be in deep trouble, I'm just gonna go in with my Stunfisk, and this is one of the few scenarios that you might want to have something like a Thundershock over Mudshot for your Stunfisk because of that extra super effective damage, but it doesn't matter at all. Able to completely farm down here against the Skreld, and that is gonna be a great game. Kim Ke, who is a top tier Greek trainer here for PvP in my area, so huge shout out to him, and we're gonna have kind of a very good lead against the Steelix. Trying to catch one move on the Cottony, really nice thought, but still we knew better, and we're just gonna go for the overfarm anyways. Not gonna throw yet, but now we're gonna throw the move and the energy that we have. Seed Bomb will be taken from this opponent, which is pretty nice, since now we can go in with Wigglytuff and finish off in one charm. We know that those Dragon Tails are still not gonna do a lot of damage to our Pokemon, so we can definitely tank one Psychic Fangs, but I want to preserve some HP on my Pokemon. I know that Wigglytuff is super glassy, even one Psychic Fangs can be deadly at this point. We're just gonna keep pressuring here for the seals. We got the Mud Bomb, and right after we have one more Mud Bomb for that Vigoroth before we go down. As it seems we can survive just barely enough the counter damage with 1 HP and grab that final shield out of play. We need to respect the damage now from the Body Slam and then commit to the farm down with those charms. I want to get here to the Disarming Voice. I thought it was gonna be the better play, but obviously it isn't, not even enough to finish them off, and they can still reach to the Psychic Fangs. We're getting super low, but still we can deliver the lethal blow with our final charm, and that's gonna be a charming battle for us. Into the next one, and we're having a Galarian Stunfisk up in front. They are gonna catch my Mud Bomb, which is pretty crucial for them, and to be honest, when you're having a battle with your Unova against the Galarian Stunfisk, you have to wait a little bit more than usual, because the Earthquake takes a while to be unfolded, and if they get to the early move, something like a Muddy Water for example, you are in no trouble at all. You can still tank the move while you have the option to go for the overfarm. So anyways, here my opponent is deciding to sacrifice both of them shields. I know I can win the CMP here, so yeah, this charge is just gonna take out this Ducklet as soon as possible, and I'm gonna smash the switch button to my Cottony. Seeing the Whooper coming in makes me think that perhaps we can have the better chance at winning at this point, since we can definitely do a lot of damage to this one and still survive those Body Slams. Also, we have our Unova Stunfisk at the back, which has a lot of HP to spare, and going in here means that we can go for those Mud Bombs. Seems like a CMP to me, but to be honest, even if they reach to their move, we can easily farm down with our Wigglytuff. So they're gonna get here to the Rock Slide, which is enough for the Little Cap to finish me off, and now the charm damage will just connect for big pressure on their side. Another Whooper is returning into the battle for the final time, and of course, yeah, those charms cannot be handled by this little guy, and this is gonna be an amazing ending to a very fast video. So that is gonna be all for today's content. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and of course consider subscribing to my channel if you are new to my content. Speaking of my content, I have 2 videos for you to check out, so feel free to do so, and I will see you all into the next one.